Minister of Economic Development Basil Rajapaksa says that steps will be taken to protect industries in the Gampaha district and protect the environment as well. He made this comment during an event held to mark the commencement of road development activities in the Mahar electorate under the Village Road Development Project in the Gampaha district.
We need industries in the area because there will be no jobs without industries. The industries also bring in foreign exchange. People who work in these factories are not foreigners. They are people from this country and this area. Therefore, we have not only worked to protect industries, but we also work to protect the environment. We have taken such steps in the past and we will do so in the future as well. If there are any shortcomings, they will be rectified. We need to provide necessary facilities to the people. We provide these facilities according to a plan. When we implement these plans, various groups may attempt to disrupt it. However, we request the public not to become their tools or be misled by them. The first phase of the program involving the development of the Mihindu Mawatha in Dalupitiya Mahara was launched by Minister Basil Rajapaksa today. 6 other roads are also due to be developed in line with this program. A cost of 21.9 million rupees is to be incurred through development activity.
News First reports on the water crisis being faced by indigenous people in Nilgala. The indigenous people of Nilgala said that the water crisis was caused by destruction of the reserve. Footage captured yesterday on our camera. Shouldn't steps be taken to protect the Nilgala reserve?
In more local news, a group of women staged a demonstration in the Kurana area in Negombo today against the murder of a 27-year-old woman who was set on fire in Sidua.
Women who participated in the demonstration demanded the arrest of all individuals connected to the murder. The police say that the victim's father-in-law was arrested on suspicion of involvement and has been remanded until the 11th of August. The police suspect that the father-in-law had poured turpentine over the woman and then set her on fire. The police believe that the murder was the result of a family dispute. The victim has been identified as Lakshika Sudarshani. The final rites for the victim were performed this afternoon.
Parliamentarian Harin Fernando says that the image of opposition and United National Party leader Ranil Wickremesinghe was damaged by Mangala Samaraweera. Harin Fernando says that as a result, problems have arisen with regard to marketing Ranil Wickremesinghe. Fernando made this statement recently on a program broadcast on a private radio station.
There is
a problem with regard to marketing Ranil Wickremesinghe. In truth, I have personally fought with MP Mangala Samaraweera regarding this because it is Mangala Samaraweera who was the first to damage Ranil Wickremesinghe's image. Now I say every day that it is Mangala Samaraweera who must rebuild Ranil Wickremesinghe's image. Today Mangala Samaraweera understands the danger of what was done.
බටලන්දේ කඳුරේ ඉඳගෙන රෑදවල් දෙකේ තරුණයන්ව ක්‍රූර ලෙස.
He is a person who sat in the Batalanda camp day and night drinking whiskey and brandy, watching the cruel treatment of youth. He showed the way for the murder of youth in this country. He gave leadership to the cause to legitimize the underworld in the country. We have not forgotten, my friends. There was an era when Ranil Wickremesinghe spoke to his uncle, who in turn spoke to the president and obtained presidential pardons for Gonawala Sunil, who raped a 14-year-old girl.
සුනිල්ට තමන්ගේ මාමට කියලා ජනාධිපතිතුමාට කියලා ජනාධිපති සමාවල් දීපු යුගයක් තිබුණා.
Leader of the Navasihala Urumaya, Sarath Manamendra, says that even though Daya Gamage may not know about the work done by Dayasri Jayasekara, the people of the country and the members of the opposition are aware of the work done by Jayasekara. He made this statement during a media briefing held today.
අපේ Dayasri Jayasekara මන්ත්‍රීතුමා
UNP national organizer Daya Gamage inquired from the media about what Dayasri Jayasekara has done for the party. This was when he was asked about Dayasri Jayasekara joining the government. Dayasri Jayasekara did not leave. Steps were taken to make sure that he would leave. This is a great loss for us. We lost a dynamic voice. The national organizer is asking what Dayasri Jayasekara has done. I would like to ask him what he has done for the party. Once every 3 months he would come out but would not speak a word, as if he is dumb. Although Daya Gamage does not know what Dayasri Jayasekara has done, the people in the country and we in the opposition know about his work. The difference between Dayasri Jayasekara and Daya Gamage is similar to the earth and the sky.
වචනයක්වත් කතා කරන්නේ නැහැ ගුළුව වගේ නැගිටලා යනවා. දයාසිරි ජයසේකර මොනවද කරේ කියන එක දයාගමගේ මෙතුමා දන්නේ නැති වුණාට රටේ ජනතාව දන්නවා විපක්ෂ අපි දන්නවා. දයාසිරි ජයසේකරයි දයාගමගේ කියන්නේ අහසරයි පොළොවටත් වඩා එහා පරතරයක් තියෙන දෙන්නේ.
Still to come on the news tonight.
Now the reason for doing this is that it would enable businesses to stay viable, and even in the instances where there have been temporary setbacks and there have been instances where they have to go into past due, that they will be able to come out of that situation very quickly, because the penalties that have been imposed by the banks and the financial institutions would not be excessive, and that would mean that they would be able to revert back to being reasonably good accounts very quickly. This would enable the accounts to stay current. It would enable better economic activity to take place in the country, and the central bank believes that it would help the stability of the banking sector as well as the stability of the economic sector, and that would mean that we could move forward with additional growth in the near future without any hindrances being placed with excessive interest rates.
And it's time now for the newspaper cartoon of the day. United Nations High Commissioner for Human Rights, Navneethan Pillai, is scheduled to arrive in the island on the second week of next month. Now, you will be given an opportunity to post your ideas and comments on her visit to the island nation. You can share your comments by logging on to the News First Facebook page. All selected comments will be aired on our primetime news bulletin at 9 p.m. on MTV Sports and Shakti TV.
In the meantime, 4 of the suspects who were arrested in connection with the murder of Superintendent of the Noori Estate in Derniagala were produced in an identification parade today. The suspects were identified by witnesses.
21 suspects were produced before the Avisavala magistrate today. The Criminal Investigations Department informed court that 9 of the suspects need not be produced in an identification parade. 4 more suspects are to be produced in an identification parade tomorrow. Meanwhile, a meeting was held at the Noori Estate Tamil College in Polgaswatha yesterday regarding the strengthening of security at the Noori Estate. Members of the clergy and area residents participated at this meeting that was held under the patronage of the Superintendent of Police of the Sitawaka Police Division, Anuruddha.
If you have been done some injustice and you need to lodge a complaint, then do so. We have appointed a special team for this. You have nothing to fear. You need not have any suspicion. If you feel that there was no justice at all, at that instance, you can even lodge a complaint with the police now.
Our reporter said that police special task force personnel have also been deployed in the area since last week to beef up security. The superintendent of the Noori Estate in Derniagala was killed on the 5th of this month after he was assaulted following a personal dispute.
Time now for Crime Watch.
A woman was stabbed to death in the Kumukkotuawatha area in Kuliapitiya this morning. The deceased was a 27-year-old mother of 3. According to the police, the victim's husband has been taken into custody in connection with the murder. The police added that the murder allegedly took place due to a family dispute.
The Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption filed 3 cases against the former Chief Justice Dr. Shirani Bandaranaike today over the failure to declare her assets under the Declaration of Assets Act in the years 2010, 2011 and 2012.
Filing the cases, the official of the Commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption requested the court to issue notice on Dr. Shirani Bandaranaike to appear in court. The Colombo Chief Magistrates Court issued a notice on the former Chief Justice to appear in court on the 16th of September. The notice was issued by the Colombo Chief Magistrate Gihan Pilapitiya today.
A number of incidents where farmers had to face difficulties due to the lack of subsidized fertilizer were reported in the recent past.
Farmers from Polonnaruwa, Kantale, Anuradhapura and surrounding areas point out that they did not receive the basic fertilizer for the yellow season at the necessary time. Farmers point out that their cultivations were destroyed due to the lack of fertilizer days after the paddy was sown. Frustrated by this problem, farmers took to the streets in protest in many areas. Incidentally, subsidized fertilizer was a topic of discussion during the News Fest Gammadda program held in Polonnaruwa.
Do not curtail the fertilizer subsidy. A sack of fertilizer is now 500 rupees. What happened to the additional 150? The 150 rupees goes to an insurance fund. When floods and droughts occurred, we had to wait until the treasury released the funds. In addition to the 150 donated by you, the government will also donate money. We will use this insurance fund to face natural disasters in the future.
An event to commemorate the birth anniversary of late former Minister Mano Wijeyaratne was held in Warakapola yesterday.
Born on the 28th of July 1956, Mano Wijeyaratne entered politics through the United National Party and then went on to serve as the chief organizer of the Dadigama electorate for the Sri Lanka Freedom Party. This event was held to mark the 56th birth anniversary of Mano Wijeyaratne, who passed away on the 29th of October 2011. A Dhamma Deshanaya was held parallel to the event and Atapirikara were granted to 75 bhikkhus at the Bodhirukkarama Viharaya in Piladuwa, Warakapola.
Time now for Action TV.
The Huruluwava scheme, which was centered around the Huruluwava, was one of the Mahagovi settlements created in 1954. The area, which comes under the purview of the Galimbinduruwava Divisional Secretariat, boasts of 10,400 acres of arable land, provided there is access to water. A majority of the land is used for paddy cultivation during the Maha season, while during the Yala season nearly half of the land is used to cultivate supplementary crops. For years, researchers have used the fertile soil of this area to test the promotion of supplementary crops. The farmers, who have rendered a yeoman service to the expansion of supplementary crops in the country, are worthy of praise. The Department of Agriculture began testing the cultivation of soya beans as a supplementary crop in the Huruluwava area in 1986, and from then on farmers in Huruluwava allocated a considerable amount of time, money and land for the cultivation of soybeans during the Yala season. The Department of Agriculture, which understood that soybeans can no longer be considered as a supplementary crop and that it is required to fulfill the protein needs of the masses, began to once again promote the cultivation of soybeans. By then, farmers of Huruluwava had already taken a decision to commit nearly 5,400 acres of their land to the cultivation of soybeans during the Yala season, as sufficient amounts of water could not be obtained for the cultivation of paddy. The farmers of Huruluwava who cultivate soybeans cannot be considered as individuals who have turned to soybeans cultivation as a mere alternative without any proper knowledge. We cultivated soybeans under the Huruluwava project. The beans belong to the PB1 clone. This is what we have been cultivating for the past 15 years. We had sufficient soybeans. During the District Agricultural Committee, we told this to the government agent as well as the Secretary to the Ministry of Agriculture, Wijeyaratne Sakalasurya. We asked them to provide us with a subsidy of 100 rupees. This secretary to the ministry eventually fulfilled the request. However, it was fulfilled in an unexpected manner for the farmers. As a result of this unexpected move, soybeans that were planted in Huruluwava during the Yala season have begun to bloom prematurely. This is only the first sign that the farmers of Huruluwava are about to face very trying times. Action TV will bring you more details on the plight of soybean farmers in Huruluwava tomorrow.